Well, guys, you know how we usually try to do something funny for the cold open?
No.
Yeah, I mean, we try. I'm being honest, we try. But sometimes it ain't work out.
We try, and sometimes it doesn't land. But what's funny to me is that 3.1 million files were released that completely reveal all this information about multiple U.S. government officials, billionaires, and some millionaires in our country. And nothing's happening about it.
And if you're a Christian, you're supposed to look past it and blindly accept that Trump is clean. He's squeaky clean from the files, even though he's mentioned 2,000 times.
Well, he's repented since then, obviously, so it's fine.
Oh, repentance doesn't mean you can get away with pedophilia.
I don't know if that's too dark of a topic, but it's our podcast. We can be point and blank. This is the biggest evil that has ever happened in the history of our country. But people call it a conspiracy theory.
That's a stupid term to begin with. The CIA invented that.
Yeah, that's also true. I've heard that. Can confirm.
They call it conspiracies to make it sound. They made a definition to make it sound like people are crazy for believing it.
All right, hear me out.
Yeah, but I'm not crazy.
If this was like someone from a foreign country that the USA got involved with, we'd be going ham through those files trying to arrest everyone they could.
Mm-hmm. We would already have blown up their country if we found this about another country.
Yeah.
That's the crazy part. If this was like Czechoslovakia, I don't know if that's even a country anymore, they would be blown to bits. But if it's our own doing it, we don't do a thing.
I'm a patriotic boy, but this is ridiculous.
Hey, I'm wearing the sweatshirt right now. We need to make America godly again because it is not godly right now.
Amen.
Someone commented on my newest video and said, "What do you think about Trump, my boy?" And I said, I was like, "I think both sides are corrupt." He said, "No, it's about human rights." And I was like, "What else do you want me to say?" I said, "I think he's corrupt."
What does that mean?
Well, I mentioned Obama in my last video because I redid the United States and sent it as a printed page to Obama, and it was like, "Obama's not the president. Send it to Trump." And I'm like, he's got other files to worry about in documents.
Yeah, that's a pretty crazy conspiracy that they've been pushing with the Epstein stuff.
Well, speaking of conspiracies, Ryan, we're going to talk about Christian conspiracies on the Church Chortles podcast today. Welcome, everybody, to the Church Chortles podcast. Today, we will be discussing Christian conspiracy theories. We would discuss normal conspiracy theories, but that would just get a little too off the rails. It would get PG-13 at best and probably R-rated at worst, and we don't want to put that out there.
Why not?
We're going to stay locked in on what is Christian, what is good, or maybe not so good that the church has done in the past. Spoiler alert.
Spoilers!
Ooh, spoiler.
But I think it's going to get pretty spicy today on these Christian conspiracy theories. What do you guys think?
No.
Nah, it's going to be pretty boring, guys. If you're watching, you should probably click off. It's kind of sad.
Kind of mid.
I want our click-through rate to be so bad. Don't click on this. Go away.
I have a staff.
Oh, dude, if you told me, I would have grabbed my staff.
Why do you have a staff?
I have a staff. A scepter, if you would.
Okay, brother watches the Lord of the Rings trilogy once, and he has not shut up about it this week.
I'm on my whimsical arc.
He's been begging me at work. He's like, "You really need to give it a chance." I'm like, "I'm just not into mythical stuff." He goes, "Doesn't matter."
Oh, controversial take. It has great Catholic themes, and I love it.
You need to play the Lego Lord of the Rings video game. It is cinema.
I played that, actually. I had that for the Nintendo DS at one point.
Lego games are fantastic.
3DS, my 3DS.
My mom didn't let me have a 3DS because of her conspiracy theory that it would hurt my eyes.
Yeah.
True story. To this day, it still haunts me.
We're still not allowed to have them.
No, I'm scared.
We're still not allowed.
Sonic was fun on it.
Speaking of conspiracies, who's going first? Kyle, probably? He always does.
Oh.
I love when Kyle goes first.
I'm not prepared. No, I'm just kidding. It's talking about that the Bible is a secret code. Yeah, you heard me.
Tell me more.
They call it
what kind of code?
Equidistant letter sequencing. They go off like
Quit using the words like that.
Oh, yeah. I honestly don't even know what it means. I just saw that's what they call it. They go off sometimes like every 5th letter, 7th letter, 10th letter, 50th letter, and they try to spell out words that could be like a hidden conspiracy inside the Bible.
Sorry, I was doing a joke about this being completely boring because you said equidistant, and then I looked at your notes and saw 9/11.
Oh,
I'm no longer bored.
It's awful.
You got me hooked.
How are you going to twist this into that?
a lot of these crazy people think by doing these letter
These
sequencing.
bullet points are insane.
This is just what I got off the internet because I didn't care enough to like start doing this myself. They believe that if you do the letter
Of the Bible?
whatever it's called, every 5th letter, 7th letter, 50th letter, whatever, the Bible, it spells out 1 Hitler, 2 9/11. How do you get 9/11 in the same? That makes no sense. Wars, future leaders, and end times. They think it spells all of this because they think God hid like a secret like prediction thing in the text.
So is this like the original Hebrew and Greek?
Yeah, they go through Hebrew and Greek, but then I know some people just do it through the translations, which makes no sense.
Oh, yeah. Let me get my message translation and look at every 25th word like that's going to do anything.
They be combining and losing words in the message translation.
Can I ask who did this? Just people or what?
People just start doing it and they call their group little ELS, equidistant letter sequences.
That sounds like a freaking disease. ELS?
ELS.
I guess mental disease at this point. My gosh.
I'm confused. I've heard of a lot of the ones on this list of all of our notes, but I have never heard of this one before.
I was just looking up it. I literally went to Safari and typed in what are some crazy conspiracy theories about the Bible, and this popped up and I started looking into it. And I also watched a video about it and it just makes no sense. It honestly makes zero sense because you could literally do this with any book. Dire Wimpy Kid book, I Survived book. Like, and you can probably spell out something
Trump
crazy.
Was on the Epstein. Roderick said it.
Roderick.
Roderick, no.
Best character.
What are you looking at, Carter?
He's trying to decipher a message. He's going to put a parlay on the Seahawks tonight in the Super Bowl.
In my sports Bible? Leave me alone.
Your coach's Bible?
Oh, he bought the sports Bible. It's got all the. It's like that in Back to the Future with the almanac. Back to the Future 2.
That wasn't even a Bible, was it?
No,
It was just okay. I was like,
but you could use your sports Bible as that.
how would you get 9/11? I'm so confused.
Yeah, I'm really lost.
That's just what the YouTube guy and Safari said. I didn't care enough to open my Bible because I don't have the original Hebrew. I don't read Hebrew.
I know you're not getting to the right answer if you try to use the NIV or, Lord forbid me, the NLT.
Oh no.
I can see how they would get,
Oh no.
like right here, Revelation chapter 7.
He's like, it says Hitler right here.
Why are you kind of being like, no, I see it.
I see how they got that.
No,
I see how they got Hitler. I could see
no.
that.
How are you even playing into this?
Oh, I want to hear him out.
You know how you go every letter or number? They said like every other. How do they do it?
Every 5 or 7 or
Every 5, 7? Well, they have 144,000.
Every 10,682th letter.
You said 82th?
I did.
Yeah, I'm really confused on how 9/11 got brought up, but
I don't know.
I'll tell you what, Carter, you just go on your own rabbit hole. Keep looking the entirety of this podcast and get back to us.
you might find something.
Nope.
No, I've honestly heard. I don't know what it. Well, I think I've heard this at church camp, but like they did the same things. The letter thing, like every 7th letter, it's spelled out like.
hold on. I'm gonna
Like,
do this.
like I can't even think like Messiah or something like that. I don't think it's actually it, but they spelled out something. And everyone's like, "Oh, that's crazy," and I'm like, "Bro, you could do that with anything."
You can. You could get the Bible to say anything if you did this. You could find, every 83rd letter says that Donald Trump's ear got shot and the one whose ear bleeds is God's chosen one.
Say 7th letter. I'm gonna actually try this.
Carter's actually diving fully deep into this, and he's
E
Why is he digging so deep?
G.
You got him hooked.
Carter, you're in the NIL bio.
NIL.
NIL.
You got a $5 million ad deal.
He's reading the NIV like it's gonna actually spell out something.
No, that's an NLT. NIV, you might get something. I'm not saying to be right.
NIL freak, dude. I keep on saying NIL.
Okay, Kyle, I want you to make your prediction from your combo letter, every 83rd letter or what. What's going to happen next?
Like in the world?
Yeah.
There's probably gonna be a big war.
Oh, wow. Way to make a crazy bet.
Well, I can't say what I want to say because the government might smite me on this podcast.
Oh, I know exactly what you're going to say.
Yeah, don't say that. I have a couple guesses, and you probably should not say that on live television.
I just think February 8th today, where I live specifically, I might not be here anymore.
All right, do you want to move on to my conspiracy, boys?
No, guys, I think that's it for the Church Chortles podcast. If you liked it, comment.
No, Kyle, you're going to like this one. Trust me, buddy.
Oh, I see it.
This is juicy. This is juicier, at least, than something that Kyle was saying.
So let me point out to you normal Catholics, we have an appreciation for you. Now to you crazy heretical Catholics, the brown scapular, we will address this. And yes, it is heresy. It is complete heresy. You are insane for believing this, but, let me go into it. So the Carmelites were a group. They were nuns, friars, sisters. They were just a group of Christians.
Say caramel?
Carmelites.
Oh.
I like caramel.
They were forced out of Europe in the 1200s.
I like it a lot.
Forced out in the 1200s. Saint Simon Stock asked Mary, he prayed to Mary for help while they were being persecuted and forced out of the continent.
Mm-hmm.
And per his testimony, apparently, Mary came to him and quoted, she physically came to him and said, whoever dies wearing this scapular, she gave him a scapular, and said, whoever dies wearing this shall not suffer eternal flame.
What's a scapular?
Brown scapular?
It's like you put it over your, I don't even know what you put it over.
I got it. I could say it because I know about this.
I'm just thinking of like a knife that you would scalp somebody with.
She gave him a brown poncho and like cut it up, and then he cut it up to give it to other people. But she gave him like a brown poncho thing.
What the heck is this?
Carter's really diving in.
Carter gets curious on every one. He's like looking through his Bible for patterns. He's got his phone out.
The brown scapular.
The brown spatula.
Is literally a leather thing.
Yeah, Ryan just explained that.
Yeah, it's like they cut it up, but originally it's like a poncho thing.
They cut it up to give to everyone else, so
poncho?
they will not suffer the eternal flame.
You say poncho?
That's dumb.
Why is it dumb?
Oh, thanks for affirming that.
You were very brave and bold in calling this heresy, and I don't know exactly what makes it heresy.
No, that's obviously I'm not Catholic, so sorry, Catholics. I don't know what I'm talking about. But it seems odd.
This is a very small percent of Catholics, by the way.
Oh. Brown leather thing.
Well, that's the thing. The thing is, it's heresy because you can't just simply wear a piece of and you can't wield an item and automatically be saved. That's not how salvation works.
Yeah, that sounds like some Elder Scrolls Skyrim thing.
You can't put on your little brown poncho and then go to Epstein's Island and be fine.
Okay, Epstein, that needs to stop.
Guys, I'm pretty sure this is biblical because if you apply equidistant letter sequencing in the Catholic Maccabees, you could probably spell out the brown scapular.
Okay, now you're attacking all Catholics.
Every fourth letter of the first Maccabee says brown scapular is valid.
I tried it didn't work.
Every 7th and 16th and 14th and 1,000th letter says brown scapular.
We can't defame first Maccabees. We just said we respect Catholics.
No,
It's good historical writing.
I didn't dog on the Maccabees. Who dogged on the Maccabees?
What makes it heresy, though?
Well, for saying you will automatically be saved with it, but also there's a quote I go to, or a verse I go to a lot. Paul in Galatians 1:8 says, "But even if we or an angel from heaven should preach to you a gospel contrary to the one we preach to you, let him be accursed." So that angel or Mary that came to him, that's obviously, he was either lying, making it up for power, for fame, or it was a demon that came to him. I'm just going to say it.
That's just a very strong stance.
I'm making a strong stance. I don't care.
I think it's silly, and I think it might have been a complete lie. I don't believe in the brown scapular, but I don't understand how it's heresy, though.
To say you're automatically saved from wearing it?
It says,
Brian, he would like you to explain this.
who presented the scapular and promised special help to those who wore it faithfully. Special help? That's not salvation, is it?
Yeah, Ryan, did you just lie on the Church Chortles podcast?
No, it says they will be saved. That exact quote didn't, but
I feel like you're milking it.
I'm not milking it.
I'm going to ChatGPT this, and if you're wrong, I'm sorry to all the brown scapulars.
That's what I was going for. You can't be saved by this brown leather thingy.
Well, yeah, that's true. And if you are a Catholic who believes that, you are wrong. You cannot just be saved by wearing an item. But is that what they're saying?
Okay.
Good point.
I'll say I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure, and I have had a in-person Catholic explain it that way to me. So, a real-life Catholic, a wild Catholic.
Maybe we just need a Catholic cherub who sits in this call while we record and only interjects when we say something wrong about Catholicism.
Okay, so it says there is a popular promise that does say something like whoever dies wearing it will not suffer eternal fire. But even Catholic teaching is not supposed to mean, it means wear this and you're guaranteed salvation no matter what. They don't agree with that. So again, it's just special Catholics, goofy Catholics.
Goofy Catholics believe in this.
You said 4%?
About 4% wear one of the scapulars. They wield a scapular.
That's a huge number.
That is a lot.
There are like 1 billion Catholics.
Well, there's over 1 billion Catholics in the world.
That's crazy.
It says Catholics view the brown scapular as a sign of devotion and a reminder to live a holy life. That's what majority believes, I think.
Well, that's fair.
I'm just saying, the dude quoted Mary saying, "Whoever dies wearing the scapular shall not suffer eternal flame." That's part of the equation here.
Goofy.
That part of it feels a little wrong.
The thing about it is that they hold Mary to a very high standard, which is beautiful in some regards. But I think saying you do that and then using her name for stuff like this is just completely disrespectful to her.
Yeah, she was sinless.
That's a theological point that has nothing to do with this conversation.
I know, I just thought it was funny.
Before something worse gets said about the Catholics, maybe we should move on.
Okay, it's my turn.
Because we don't hate Catholics.
No, we were talking about the crazy ones.
I think we made that very clear, Peyton. I think you're milking it, dude.
We were not talking about regular Catholics. I'm just talking about the brown scapular Catholics.
Okay, proceed.
I talked this about Peyton actually probably a year ago around this time.
Oh.
It's called the Shroud of Turin.
Big one.
It said the Shroud of Turin is a long piece of linen, of cloth.
That sounds so tough.
Bears a faint image of a man who appears to have been crucified.
Mm-hmm.
Many Christians believe it could have been Jesus, what they put him in when he died and then buried.
I'm many Christians. I believe in the Shroud of Turin.
This was the first recorded appearance was in a church in the 1350s in Lyre, I assume, or Lyre, France.
Mm-hmm.
Larry.
15, 16...
Larry, France.
15th, 16th century, got moved to a place called Chambéry, France, and it was damaged in 1532 by a fire.
That's a very important point.
So now it's still in Italy.
It's in Turin.
Turin, Italy. So that's where it gets its name. But it was 14 feet long. It shows a front to back image of a man with wounds that match the crucifixion of Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Nail marks in the wrists, a spear wound in the side, Scourge marks, like Roman flogging when they whipped him with the
Cat of Nine Tails.
Well, it was like glass and rocks.
Oh, dude,
or something like that.
Did I mention that? I feel like I mentioned that on a podcast, but I saw a video of the Crown of Thorns the other day on what it would really look like. It's not just this little halo of prickles. It's a big old helmet looking. Oh my.
The image isn't painted. Obviously, there is no pigments or brush strokes of just obviously a painting, like I said. Blood stains appear to be real human blood, type AB, according to some studies. Some verses about it. Matthew 27, 59. And Joseph took the body and wrapped it in clean linen cloth, which we know they took his body.
That's the Turin.
What?
I was making a stupid joke.
Mark 15, 46, and he brought linen shroud, and taking him down, wrapped him in the linen shroud and laid him in the tomb. Basically, Luke and John just say the same thing.
That's the Turin? I just realized what you said.
I thought that was funny, and like no one laughed, and I was like, okay.
I didn't even understand it. I get it now.
After looking, personally, this is my opinion. After looking at it, obviously the scientists top in the world have looked at it. I personally think it's real.
Yeah, I'm gonna raise you one better, Carter. I got my own verse because you said the same verse 4 times in different gospels.
Yep.
we know he was in a shroud, and I thank you for presenting that information. But John 20, verse 8.
Oh my gosh, I didn't put that. I knew to put that. But go ahead.
Actually, verse 6. Then Simon Peter came along behind him and went straight into the tomb. He saw the strips of linen lying there, as well as the cloth that had been wrapped around Jesus' head. The cloth was still lying in its place, separate from the linen. Finally, the other disciple who had reached the tomb first also went inside. He saw and believed. Saw the linen. Because he saw the imprintation of his Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, on that shroud and linen. Granted, I don't know if he had to see any imprint for that to be the case, because just seeing a shroud in the place where Jesus was buried would be enough.
So you're saying our faith in the resurrection should be based on the Shroud of Turin?
Did we say that once?
You would bring up the adversarial point on this. I don't personally need physical evidence to believe in Jesus.
I mean, it looks pretty real.
Yeah, I'm convinced.
I have no problem with it. I mean, there's no reason for it to shake my faith either way. I mean, if it's real, it's cool. I need to look into that more, though.
I don't have a...
If it's real, it's the most important piece of archaeology in the world.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it, but I don't think I'm really going to look into it that deep.
Why?
That's crazy.
Why? What do you mean?
I mean, they don't know.
They can't replicate
also,
it.
What do you mean they can't replicate it?
Scientists can't replicate what happened here. It's a photo negative of Jesus's body.
It's like a light flash just went off and it took a picture of him.
It's not paint.
Like a nuclear bomb?
It's not blood. Or there's some blood on it.
Like makes a shadow?
Okay, now I sound stupid. I thought it was just like an imprint of like just...
Where his body
how he
was?
laid because of blood and stuff.
No, it's like how photos used to work with like light and film and the photo negative.
Oh, that's sick. No, I believe in it. So it's like physically impossible to recreate it, and I believe in it.
Yeah, scientists have no idea. Some people have tried...
And they found blood samples.
Some people have tried really hard. And they say, oh, see, this is how they did it. And it just looks terrible. It looks nothing like the real thing.
No, it's bad. It's embarrassing how bad it is.
It's really worth putting some time and research into and just saying, if this is real, that's awesome. Might not be. My faith doesn't rely on it.
No.
But it seems kind of cool.
Cooler than a scepter, I might say.
Bro.
Scepters are cool.
Cooler than a scapular. I'll say that.
Way cooler than a scapular.
I just scrolled down to Peyton's and I see a word that's brain rot.
That wasn't me.
Are we goy slopping here?
Why are we brain rotting in the big 2026?
That wasn't me.
Oh.
Ryan
That was
tainted my notes with the word skibbity.
I was looking at the notes and I saw Peyton was editing his and I just threw skibbity on his line just to mess with him.
It worked.
Anyway, that's not funny. That's not funny.
Yeah. I'll go ahead. This is one that's common knowledge by a lot of people, or they might already accept this. But it is that during the Transfiguration, Jesus actually time traveled back to see Moses and Elijah.
I feel like it's a pretty common one.
It is a common one. And I don't know if it's even a conspiracy theory at this point. Matthew 17, verse 2, there he was transfigured before them. His face shone like the sun, and his clothes became as white as the light. Just then there appeared before them Moses and Elijah talking with Jesus.
Interesting stuff.
Now the question you might ask first is this the previous Moses and Elijah who were alive in the flesh, or is this their post-mortal bodies? Ask that question.
Is this Moses and Elijah here in the flesh, or is this their post-mortal bodies?
Ryan, I'm glad you asked that, because I'm actually going to answer that.
Good question. Good question.
Now, you might think this is kind of like their ghosts or spirits. Maybe it could be, but in Exodus, I just have it written down. I'm not going to fly to these verses. Exodus 24, 15 through 16. When Moses went up on the mountains, the cloud covered it, and the glory of the Lord settled on Mount Sinai. Why is that important, you might ask?
Why is that important?
Thank you, you're catching on. Well, Matthew 17, verse 5 says, while Jesus was still speaking, a bright cloud covered them, and a voice from the cloud said, this is my son whom I love. With him I am well pleased. Listen to him.
So basically, Moses and Elijah, they got spoiled?
What do you mean?
I'm just saying, Jesus, he didn't come yet. I guess in that point, they already knew what was going to happen in the future, but...
Like a spoiler alert, or like a spoiled brat?
Spoiler alert.
Oh.
It's like that supervillain in Henry Danger, the spoiler.
Oh, gosh.
You remember that episode?
Screw that guy, bro.
That show is absurd. It is kind of like that, Ryan, actually.
A lot like that.
But I'd say the cloud similarity is a huge point for this theory. That, in Matthew 17, a cloud descends onto the mountain, and in Exodus 24, a cloud descends on the mountain.
But it's both Mount Sinai, correct?
I don't think the mountain is named, and if it is, it's not in Matthew. So, Probably not Sinai. But, you know what? Maybe not. I think Jesus can, if he can travel across time. I'm sure he can travel across time and space.
That boy can do what he wants.
Amen, Carter.
Come on.
Give us one more, Carter. Give us something else.
You're
on a roll here.
I am for saying one thing.
Heat check.
It's the most we've ever got out of you, big boy.
Fernando Mendoza.
Was it the same? You say it wasn't the same mountain? It was just two different mountains?
It
I
wasn't.
just restated a question.
I know, I forgot.
All right, I'm going to proceed. Heat check, unsuccessful. 1 Kings 19, 8 through 9. So he got up and ate and drank. This is Elijah. Strengthened by that food, he traveled 40 days and 40 nights until he reached Mount Horeb, the mountain of God.
Gosh.
There he went into a cave and spent the night, and the word of the Lord came to him. What are you doing here, skibbity Elijah? Bruh. Tung sahur.
No.
That's blasphemous. You guys can't do that, actually. That's.
I didn't even know what you were typing when I typed that. I just threw that in to mess with you.
Who threw in tung sahur?
I actually just studied this story like 3 days ago. I'm not even joking.
I think Jesus would find it funny of
No.
Skibbity Elijah. Not then, but now he would.
Anyways.
Maybe I'm wrong, but...
Point being that the Lord also spoke to Elijah on a mountain. Moses and Elijah are the main examples, potentially the only examples. I don't want to say that because somebody will tell me I'm wrong definitively. So I think they're the only two that have spoken to God on a mountain.
They are. That's what I was studying. At least the only two that actually physically appeared.
Mm-hmm. Kind of weird. My stance is that Jesus for sure time traveled, and that's why we see Moses and Elijah as the only two at the Transfiguration.
I also agree.
That's alpha.
I guess you can call it time traveling, but I don't know.
What else would you call it?
God is omnipresent. Is that right?
That's the one.
He's omnipresent.
You can say the omnipresent thing. Jesus obviously is. However, Peter and John saw them, and James.
Oh, yeah.
If Peter, James, and John saw Moses and Elijah, first of all, they were like, who are these random dudes? We don't have pictures of them. We don't know what they look like.
Yeah.
Maybe they caught on eventually.
I feel like they would really catch on pretty quick.
Maybe they did. Maybe they didn't. But Peter was talking about building a shelter or something. So.
Cool beans.
No, I like I said, I do believe that omnipresent.
Omnipresent.
Someone said one day omnipotent. I don't even know what that means, but that was
omnipotent, omnipotent, not potent.
Well, no, but someone said no. I know someone who said omnipotent.
That's funny.
I mean, it is the same word. I understand. That's a fair mistake to make.
Omnipotent.
Potent. That's what potent means. Like potent means you're putting a little one of those squeeze mixes in water because you don't like the taste of water because you probably play Fortnite all day long, and you put too much of the powder in, and you're like, man, this is potent. It's too powerful.
You wouldn't have got that Fortnite dub without me last night. So
yeah, I was dead. That's literally true.
You're welcome.
Anyways, Kyle number 2. I forgot about this one.
Oh, I have such good ones, guys. They're so serious too. Guys, the Vatican has Jesus' foreskin.
Oh, golly.
What?
That's not fair.
Yeah.
What do you mean? What do you mean it's not fair?
They're hiding it from us. Yeah, what does that mean?
Yeah, I wish my country church in Indiana had Jesus' foreskin. Why do you want it? It's not like they actually have it.
Oops.
I'll kind of get into it. Since Jesus was he was circumcised, as it shows in Luke chapter 2, verse 21. On the 8th day, when it was the time to circumcise a child, he was named Jesus, the name the angel had given him before he was conceived.
Fire.
Hospitals still use that, the 8th day to circumcise also.
They don't. No, they don't.
That's just not true.
They don't do that.
What girl from camp told you that and you took it for granted, bro?
What hospital keeps them, unless there's something wrong, which prayers up for that situation.
But a lot of medieval Christians and Christian churches, they started claiming the foreskin was preserved as a holy relic for them. And they're like, yeah, we have it. It was basically like some churches yeah, we have it. It's like, no, we have it. And the other ones were like, actually, ours is the real one.
It's kind of like the Pope.
The medieval times are truly the darkest imprintation on the reputation of Christianity. There's no competition.
Did you compare the Pope and Jesus' foreskin?
Because the Orthodox thought they had the real Pope, the real lineage, and the Catholics thought they had the real lineage.
It's the apostolic succession of Jesus' foreskin.
Can we not just read the Bible, man, and focus on what's important?
Okay, it's all important. You can't.
Jesus' foreskin.
No, that's okay. Yeah,
That's what we're
not
talking
important.
about.
I was gonna say, why are we even talking about this?
It's a conspiracy theory, and
No,
it's
not
funny.
you. Why do they care if they have it or not?
Bro. Okay.
Is this a real claim that they've made?
No, not the Vatican, but it's. Let me get
It's
into it.
official Catholic dogma.
No, it's not. Stop. That's no.
Say dogmo.
Okay. Oh my gosh, Carter doesn't know anything about Catholics. All right, let's move on.
Dogma is not a Catholic term.
Carter, please define dogma.
Is it
Can we have definition time with Carter?
dogmo?
Dogma.
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 Can I get the word of origin, please?
He's like scoffing at the word. Like, that's not a word.
Not only could he not define it, but he couldn't pronounce it
What's up?
after hearing it.
What's up, my dogma? I don't know.
All right, guys, we're moving on. Now, the reason everyone says the Vatican has it is just because people just started rumors. Because, like, I know the Vatican keeps, like, certain relics and, like, certain historic items, but, like, some people just claim straight up that they have the Jesus foreskin. But the more common story is that it was kept in a town called Calcutta, Italy, and it mysteriously disappeared in the 1980s. And some people think that the Catholic Church stole it.
Can we please make an Indiana Jones movie about this?
Ooh, now we're talking.
Let's bring back AI Harrison Ford. Make him young again.
Dude, this is a hoot of a story. This is so funny.
It's just so silly.
What the heck?
Well, if you want the real truth, the Catholic Church eventually got tired of all this and basically shut down the discussion because it was becoming apparently embarrassing.
It's kind of funny.
And honestly ridiculous. So they made a statement. They're like, we do not have and did not steal Jesus' foreskin.
Good on them for backing out of that.
Listen, man, if I was an incredibly powerful church with lots of money and power, and I wanted to lie about having Jesus' foreskin, I'd say that exact sentence.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you guys a question. Would you rather have Jesus' foreskin or rather not have Jesus' foreskin? You pick.
Not have. What?
What's your Kyle, what's your answer?
That's a tricky one, actually. I don't know.
No, it's not.
Why would you not want to have it?
This is weird. Don't.
If I can have it for free?
No, you gotta pay $5.
Deal.
But doesn't flesh like rot? So why would it still be preserved?
You gotta put salt on it.
Yeah, salt.
I have no words. This conversation has truly left me speechless.
This is awkward.
Guys, that wasn't me. This is a real conspiracy. I didn't say I was for it. I didn't say I was actively going for it.
Okay, then do you guys believe in this?
Oh yeah, 100%. No, I don't.
No.
Do I think the Catholic Church would have it and lie about it?
Potentially.
Yes, I do think they would have it and lie about it. Do I think that Jesus' foreskin is still around? Absolutely not.
That's a good take.
Can you imagine just some lady in Jerusalem has it right now in a jar?
Why would it be in Jerusalem?
I don't know. They just traveled.
It's gone.
Oh, dang it. It's gone. Oh, dang it.
I'm going to move on.
Pope shaking his fist right now.
Pope Leo is in shambles.
Mm-hmm.
You guys ever heard of Melchizedek?
Yes.
Yes.
No, let's go on. Carter, you're up next.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
So
I'm just kidding.
Trying to shut down the Melchizedek?
Melchizedek has some of the most aura in the Bible. I'm not going to lie.
I would agree.
So he first mentioned around Abrahamic times, Genesis 14:18 through 20 say, "And Melchizedek, king of Salem, brought out bread and wine. He was priest of God Most High. And he blessed him, being Abraham. He blessed Abraham and said, Blessed be Abram by God Most High, professor of heaven and earth. And blessed be God Most High, who has delivered your enemies into your hand. And Abram gave him a tenth of everything."
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
What do you guys think so far?
Can I ask what the theory is?
Okay, so think about it. This is before God blesses Abraham, and there's already a priest of some other family. This is before the tribe of Levi. It's strange. It's just so strange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm honestly confused. Can you dumb it down?
High school level.
Priestly lineage starts with Levi.
Mm-hmm.
Levi doesn't exist until his great-great-great-grandfather Abraham? Maybe great-great. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So who's this priest? Where did he come from in Genesis 18? or 14, Genesis 14. But there's not any other context until he's mentioned in Psalms a couple times. He's mentioned in Hebrews quite a few times.
Don't some people think it could be a different Melchizedek too, though? Or am I just being stupid?
No, it's
How many people have you met with that name?
Bro, it's back time. What do you want me to do?
Maybe I would name my kid that.
No, it's the same Melchizedek. The context in Hebrews, it's the same Melchizedek.
Is that Mel Gibson's full name?
It's got to be.
He
made the Passion of the Christ, so.
Nah, it's definitely Melvin.
Melvin. Aw, that's way less cool.
Melvin Gibson.
Melvin? Ugh.
Yeah, no aura with Melvin. If your name's Melvin, no aura. Melchizedek?
That is aura.
That's aura.
So then.
What's your point?
My point might be some people might even believe, there's a big group of people that just think he was a very righteous man that God appointed back then. But some people even believe that he was Jesus.
Time travel.
So kind of it alludes a little bit to your story, Peyton, how Jesus was everywhere. But also, have you guys heard that theory that in the Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, that was Jesus in the fire with them? Kind of like that too.
I've heard that.
Where Jesus was just in these random points in the Old Testament. But some people think Melchizedek was Jesus. Because Hebrews 7:3 says, this is the biggest evidence for it. He is without father or mother or genealogy, having neither beginning of days nor end of life, but resembling the Son of Man, he continues a priest forever. Melchizedek has no genealogy. He has no father or mother.
Do you believe in this, Ryan? Ryan, do you believe in this?
Do I believe he was Jesus?
Yes. Because that determines if you're still on this podcast or not.
What are you talking about?
Did he have kids? Did he have a wife and kids?
Apparently not.
Or am I thinking of someone else?
I mean, I could see it.
In the verses in Genesis, no.
Huh.
What I have written down is all he's mentioned in Genesis. That's it.
Really?
Yeah.
I forget how briefly he is mentioned. Oh, Mel.
I mean, King of Righteous. Oh, that's your notes.
Yeah, the definition of his name is King of Righteousness.
So
he was a king.
So this is the only little part he's mentioned in the whole Bible?
Yeah. Genesis and those 3 verses, and then quite a few times in Hebrews for some reason. But he's always being compared to Jesus in Hebrews. I'm not saying he is. I'm saying it's very interesting though.
Could it be an angel?
Maybe he was just a type of Christ. That's completely possible, but
I think the conspiracy here is just connecting loose ends and assuming because there's loose ends, just like completely weaving them together into a bow. Mm-hmm. When there's other more reasonable explanations of like, hey, this here is what we know happened, but God has been doing a lot of things in the entire history of humanity that we don't know about necessarily. This is what matters to salvation. This is how God did accomplish salvation for all of the world.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean God wasn't doing anything with like Melchizedek. That doesn't mean like nobody knew who the Lord was. It just means most people were in idolatry and worshiping random fake gods or real gods demons.
Guys, we're getting too real. This is a funny podcast, guys. Everyone's clicking off right now.
Okay, Jesus is Melchizedek then.
Melchizedek, what?
I give in.
I like all of what you said, pretty much.
I do agree.
We don't have to jump to that conclusion.
Yeah, I think it's a crazy conclusion to jump to. Do I think it's possible? Sure, but I don't
definitely
think
possible. But
there's not enough there. There's not enough there to say that.
I don't think I do believe it, and I don't think it is possible.
Why?
Why not?
Because I think the incarnation was a big deal, and I think it happened in Matthew 1 and Luke 1, and it happened once, and it was this big deal, and that's when the Lord truly descended in the flesh. And yeah, sure, maybe he time traveled in to see Moses and Elijah. But would you have to jump to the conclusion that Jesus was like just living multiple lives throughout human history?
Do you not believe that there's any way he was in the fire with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego?
That could have been his heavenly form, though.
Yeah.
I don't think Abram was just randomly stumbling upon his human form, because it says he was the king of Salem. Mm-hmm. He was the king of a community. Jesus wasn't just living a whole life, most likely.
But you don't know what his life entailed. It could have been a year, and that's it, and then he disappeared.
Well, Jesus didn't come to actually rule.
I don't know. There's just not enough context to come to any conclusions, but it's definitely a huge jump to say this is Jesus.
True.
Yeah, I'd agree with that one.
The parallels are awesome, though, and he had a lot of aura.
Human with aura.
The one I thought was interesting is called The Lost Years of Jesus. As we know, Jesus It talked about his childhood a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
In Luke, it said they found him in the temple, sitting among the teachers, listening and asking them questions and teaching them. And Mary actually lost his son, fumbled his son in the city while he was teaching a bunch of priests and other elders and stuff like that.
Got to put an air tag on that boy, am I right?
Hey, am I right, guys?
Am I right, guys?
And then I'm pretty sure this is what he responded to his mom. Did you not know that I must be of my father's business?
Never heard that translation.
I thought it was like my father's house.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's a
In
better
my
one.
father's house, he's got room
for you and me.
But the theory here, in the Bible, it talks about Jesus when he was born and to age 12.
Yeah.
It doesn't talk about Jesus from age 12 to 30.
Right.
So what the heck did he do?
Yeah, did bro have a rebel phase?
It says he was a carpenter.
Matthew 13. Is this not the carpenter's son? It's not his mother called Mary. Yeah. So the lost years of Jesus concept is usually encountered. Oh no, that's a big word.
Esoteric.
Literature.
Did you not write this, Carter?
I wrote half and copied paste half, since it is assumed that Jesus was probably working as a carpenter, but could also mean builder with the word tecton. Kind of like that word.
Can you get to the interesting part?
Hold on.
You don't think Jesus' casual life is interesting?
In the 19th and 20th centuries, theories began to emerge that between the ages of 12 and 29, Jesus visited India, Nepal, and had studied with Essenes in the Judean desert. Modern mainstream Christian scholarship has generally rejected these theories and holds that nothing is known about this time in the period of Jesus.
Kyle, did you just start playing the Wordle in the Discord?
No.
I saw that.
I see it.
Oh, crap.
Bar mitzvah maturity, 13. Age of readiness of certain public roles is around 30. So what do we think? I guess there's not really like yes or no, but like...
He was a carpenter.
I know.
He wasn't in India becoming Buddhist?
Oh, dang it.
That's because every other worldview in the world, or religious worldview, has to do something with Jesus. Actually, non-religious worldviews have to do something with Jesus as well. And they usually say, oh, he was just a great teacher. Even though he claimed to be God. He claimed to be God. I promise you he did.
I thought it was just pretty cool to hear what people think he did in that time in the 17 years or 18 years.
That he backpacked 2,000 miles away and managed to make it back alive?
The Gospel of Thomas says that?
Okay. The Gnostic Gospels. I don't think it even says that either.
I don't know. I taught on the lost years of Jesus the other day because I was teaching on how Jesus is man.
Mm-hmm.
And literally, no. He was, the whole point of Jesus is that he wasn't, he was man. He was man and fully God.
Yeah.
But he wasn't doing all these extravagant things during those years of his life. He was just at home living a small, subtle life. If he had been this wandering traveler with a scepter, then it would have been much less likely that when he claimed to be Messiah, that the people in his own town would have been like, this is just a carpenter's son, if he was out doing whimsical things.
Yeah. And it is a little strange that even with the miracles, which you said that we read Acts 14 in Sunday school today, and the Gentile response to Paul healing or praying over a lame man and making him walk again, the Gentile response was to bow down and worship Paul. And then 5 minutes later, the Jews stone him. It is weird how that's the two extremes. The Gentiles worship Paul when he healed somebody, and the Jews said, he's got to die now. But it just goes back to the weird thing of, I don't understand why you'd see a miracle and not instantly believe, but I truly think both sides of the spiritual realm were more active back then. And I think we have entered kind of a different age nowadays. I think they're still active, but in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
You saw miracles happen from God, but you also saw the other side of like the demon world. So you already came in with the belief of the supernatural. So when you saw a miracle, it wasn't necessarily like a new thing to you because you already believed in the supernatural. Most people did at least.
Yeah.
My point being that Jesus was the opposite, and that's why the people of Nazareth were surprised when he started doing this thing. They're like, there's no way that this guy could be the Messiah. Because he wasn't doing the supernatural stuff until all this happened. And the Nazareth people didn't see him because it says he couldn't do miracles there because of their lack of faith, or that he wouldn't do miracles. That's theological on its own.
What did I just miss?
Carter left and he's asking you to redo it all.
I cannot believe that. I just went on a huge tangent. I don't even know if it made sense. I hope it made sense.
No, it made sense.
I just couldn't think of a rebuttal or anything to say.
Are they, in their claims about him traveling, though, did they mention any miracles or anything?
No, because I don't think it's a Christian conspiracy. I think it's more of a Buddhist and Hindu adaptation of Jesus being a Buddha, if you're a Buddhist.
And you can't trust them because they're already lying enough as it is about the religion.
Which one?
Hindu, Buddha, all of it. What do you mean?
All of them.
I guess so. Hinduism especially, because they had a whole caste system of like, hey, the priests are top of the thing, and like these guys don't even touch them.
Let's get into some Scientology.
Yeah, let's just become a Scientology podcast.
What? Yeah, I think you summed that up well.
I think Peyton, I think you really did really good on Carter's topic that he was supposed to do. I think you summed up Carter's topic very good.
Let's not grill the boy too much on camera.
He left.
I think he did good.
He left his mid thing. Carter walked out.
He always leaves, though. It makes us appreciate him more when he comes back.
Where were you?
Personal issue.
Oh, did you have to stand up for a second?
Carter, if you don't explain it, I'll explain it.
Oh yeah. How about you explain to the guests or the viewers?
Oh, that.
Ask for prayer, like genuinely.
What are you waiting for?
So, 3 or 4 months ago, I noticed there was a small bump by my tailbone, and I thought it was a pimple. I thought it was just something there, it'd go away. The longer I just ignored it, the bigger it grew. So then I'm like, oh, frick, I got a tumor. Cancer. No, I'm kidding. But I was like, okay, this is seriously not good. So then I went to the doctor, and they said, which I kind of already knew it because anything that like bothers me to a point where it's like not good, I Google. I try to figure out what's going on. I got a cyst on my tailbone.
Butthole cyst.
It's close in proximity to.
Oh, bro, gross.
It's not in his butthole.
He's got a butt cyst. He's got a butt little cyst.
So yeah, it kind of hurts when I sit, and I can't really sit for long periods of time. And we are literally right at an hour, and I am in pain.
Well, Carter, you mentioned something in there that kind of inspired me. You said, I ignored it.
A cyst inspired you?
Yeah, you said, I ignored it, and the longer I ignored it, the bigger it grew.
Oh.
It's kind of like sin in our lives, you know? The more we ignore it, the bigger that sin becomes, and it just becomes this ball that we didn't deal with. But you just got to give that cyst to God.
Ew. It's like a pebble in your shoe.
Mm-hmm.
You ignore it, you're going to get a blister.
So basically what they told me, and I looked it up, you get a cyst because a hair molecule, whatever you say it gets under your skin on accident.
You got an ingrown hair on your tailbone and it turned into a butt cyst.
That was a good summary, Kyle.
No.
That's exactly what it was.
Are you trying to meet your word count, Carter?
Carter, are you trying to meet your quota? Are you trying to get your quota?
The hair gets upset when he's under there, and
it's ingrown.
We don't need to talk about this anymore.
We don't need to know about this. Peyton, let's go.
It's not even that gross.
Peyton 2.
I mean, it is, but like...
That's my second conspiracy theory. Have you guys heard of the Book of Enoch?
Yes. I want to read it.
A lot of people would call it the lost book of the Bible. You got to be careful when you read it, though, because you can get real into the nitty-gritty of it.
Is it in the Orthodox canon?
No, it was found in...
I wasn't sure. I always get confused.
You'll have people say this, that the Ethiopian Bible is the oldest gathered Bible. Not true, first of all. But Ethiopia was kind of like a separate branch of Christianity because we see in Acts that the Ethiopian eunuch went there and spread Christianity.
Shout out Philip.
But they had knowledge of certain Jewish traditions before Christianity came down there. That's why the Ethiopian had a scroll of Isaiah. But they also had other texts, like the Book of Enoch. And it somehow slipped into their canon, mysteriously. It's made up of 3 books, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd Enoch. Most of the things you hear will be from 1st Enoch, first of all. We need some verbal affirmation, back and forth.
Yeah.
What? Huh?
Oh, okay, yeah, I get that. I understand. Yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, okay.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You should keep all that in.
Keep going.
The twist comes in the fact that Jude quotes Enoch, and everyone's like, Jude quotes it. That means it has to be inspired, despite the fact that Paul quoted multiple Gentile philosophers and scholars. Jude 1, 14 through 15. There's actually only one chapter of Jude. So Jude 14 through 15 says, Enoch, the seventh from Adam, prophesied about them. See, the Lord is coming with thousands upon thousands of his holy ones to judge everyone and to convict all of them of all the ungodly acts they have committed in their ungodliness, and of all the defiant words ungodly sinners have spoken against him. That is said to be a quote from Enoch, the actual dude, who is in Genesis 3 or 4, seventh great-grandson of Adam.
Yeah.
But that's actually just a quote from the book of Enoch, which we know was written in the 1st to 2nd century BC. If you ask somebody, they'll just say, well, it was just oral tradition that was passed on until the 1st or 2nd century BC. Because Genesis 1 through 10 was like that. Because if you believe Moses wrote Genesis 1 through 10, that was passed around orally for a couple thousand years.
Who do they say wrote Enoch?
That would just be probably dudes in the random Jewish wilderness in the 1st, 2nd century BC. Probably a couple John the Baptist type figures, just kind of cooking.
So what is your take? Is this inspired by the Holy Father Yahweh?
It's tricky because it technically could be, because I see the point of, well, if Genesis 1 through 10 was passed down orally for a couple thousand years, why couldn't the words of Enoch be passed down for that long? Sorta, maybe, but doesn't matter. Should we focus on it? Because the main people get wrapped up into the thing about Enoch is the Nephilim.
Nephilim.
There's a lot of Nephilim bros on TikTok and YouTube and podcasts nowadays because there's so much in the book of Enoch.
Bless their hearts.
And I swear they focus on it maybe more than the gospel even sometimes, because they want this exotic thing to be real of giants. But even if it is, focus on the gospel.
Yeah, that's fact.
Was Goliath the Nephilim?
Part Nephilim, I'm sure, if he was really 9 feet tall.
Yeah, they would also go down that rabbit hole. I've heard that one before. The one I've heard...
I see in your notes...
Sorry, I watched about 40 episodes, or listened to 40 episodes of a podcast called Blurry Creatures. More out of entertainment than anything.
Okay.
We have some connections. We've known some other people that have watched this podcast in our own lives. And it's super fascinating. It started out as a Bigfoot podcast between two people with a Christian background, but then they kept having Christian scholars on, like fringe Christian scholars.
Bro.
That would talk about the Book of Enoch and the Nephilim and other things.
Mothman?
And they talk about stuff like Mothman and other cryptids.
From New River Gorge?
I'm convinced all these things could be real. A lot of people would tell you that these things are real, and you know what? Why should we doubt it? Because we're Christians, and we believe a lot of crazier things, and some of this stuff is in the Bible. But then some other people might even talk about aliens, and that's when I start to check out mentally.
Yeah, I don't know how they draw that.
You say connections to the Anunnaki?
Anunnaki. Anunnaki people are a cult. Do you guys know about the History Channel, Ancient Aliens people, Joe Rogan type guests?
All of this is hurting my head.
What about it is hurting your head?
Did you get the Wordle?
No, okay, I'll finish real quick.
I guess I'll get it after the podcast. Well, if you guys don't care, I guess we're done.
Oh, that's really interesting.
No, say your last line.
What's my...
So you say when...
that's a good one, actually.
Nephilims, or whatever they're called, die, they become demons.
Oh, that's another part of it. So demons originate from Nephilim. The Nephilim come from 200 fallen angels who descended upon the earth to mate with human women.
Huh?
It's just Nephilim fan fiction, is most of what the Book of Enoch is.
Ew.
Isn't a Nephilim just an angel?
Half angel, half human.
Yeah, that's biblical. I mean, that's in Genesis.
That part's biblical, but they were kind of just saying, hey, let's fill out the gaps here in Enoch and say what else might have happened.
So wait, it's not the ones that have like the eye ring?
No.
With the big eye in the middle, and that's not a Nephilim?
Oh, like biblical angels that are actually just like throne guards?
The ones that were like, do not be afraid. I look terrible, but do not be afraid.
I got the Wordle.
Good job, Kyle.
Thanks.
Here's my main point that I wrote down. Hypothetically, what if the Book of Enoch were true? Would it change my life whatsoever? Not really. It'd be cool if it was real. I'd love to think that all this giant stuff and maybe even aliens and Bigfoot and the Chupacabra were real. But all these bros on TikTok and YouTube and the podcast are more focused on Enoch and these weird cryptid creatures than they are about the gospel.
Gosh dang it.
And it's kind of a distraction, honestly, similar to Indiana University sports for a member of this podcast. It's like, congrats, bro.
You had to get one more punch in on him?
I did, because congrats, you won a national championship. You woke up the next day. Nothing about your life changed. So congratulations. When's the last time you opened your Bible?
Why is this all directed at me now? This is your turn. It's not my turn.
I don't know how you turn that into a punch on Carter.
How's your Bible plan going, Carter?
Oh, that's true.
Oh, you got.
You've told me you're going to catch up like 4 times, bro.
Ooh.
What day did you stop?
What did I stop? Or why did I stop?
What day did you stop?
Probably the IU versus Purdue day.
I stopped because, well, first off, I was already 15 days behind. Embarrassing. And obviously I can come back, but...
You had 2 cross-country trips in that time where you could have caught up on a plane.
Well, about that, Jacob, he told me that before I got on my trip to wherever, I think it was California, he told me, hey, you can download it and then it'll be offline so you can do it. I downloaded it. It said no connection.
Have you considered a physical Bible?
A real Bible. Real Bible.
Oh.
You bring that with you?
You will never get a no connection message from this.
No, he just said he brought his Bible with him, but he wasn't able to read his Bible on the plane because it said no connection. You so much internal contradiction, dude.
Bro, chill.
You're getting too fired up?
I put it in my suitcase, so that's why I couldn't get it.
Well, that makes some sense.
Did you do a suitcase or a carry-on?
Carry on.
He could have got up and got it.
Yeah, but then you're that guy.
Yeah.
What, get in your Bible?
Dropping a suitcase on an elderly woman in the middle seat? Like, I don't want to be that.
Guys, I'm getting raged. I need to pray. We need to pray.
No excuse for me not to read the plan.
Then why do you keep making them?
I mean, keep making them.
You said no excuse, but you keep making them.
You make a lot of excuses.
No, I've sucked. Like, I can't make an excuse for that.
We were supposed to have a Chortle meeting last night and you didn't hop on.
Well, it sounded like you were playing Fortnite instead.
We did just play Fortnite.
We played Fortnite.
You were still supposed to get on and play with us.
I was learning about the Shroud of Turin, bro.
Okay, that did not take you 6 hours.
You probably copy and paste that for JBTB within max 5 minutes. Yeah, guys, we should low-Q-inly pray this out.
You need to pray for your souls. Because you guys are attacking my boy.
You were just attacking with them, bro.
Bro, I got like 1 punch in. They got like 14.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, Kyle, pray us out. Pray for my soul.
And my cyst.
Heavenly Father, God, thank you for this day, Lord, and I thank you for everything you do for us. I thank you for all the chortlers out there watching. God, I ask that we just all don't get up into these conspiracy theories and we just keep our eyes locked on you, God. I ask that you please be with Peyton's soul and Carter's butt cyst, that everything goes fine, swell, and dandy there. But we thank you. Just remember to us to keep our eyes locked on you, Lord. In Jesus, in your name and through your name. Amen.
Amen. Chortlers down below, comment your favorite Christian conspiracy theory that you might actually believe.